Hello everyone, welcome to APTS education channel. So in this video we'll discuss the Indian polity questions. So let's start. Who presides over the sitting of House of People? And the options are the President, the Vice President, the Chief Justice of India and the Speaker. So who among them presides the House of People? You can pause for 2 seconds so that you'll get to know the status of your preparation, whether you are okay with your preparation or you need to put more efforts. So and the answer is the Speaker. The House of People is nothing but Lok Sabha or lower house. So as per article 93 of the Indian Constitution, which deals with election of Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the House of People, as I said, the House of People is also known as Lok Sabha or lower house of the Parliament. Upper house is Rajya Sabha or Council of States. How many languages are recognized in the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution? And the options are 14, 22, 16, 20. You can just pause for 2 seconds. And the answer is 22 languages are recognized in the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. And those 22 languages are Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Oriya, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, Bodo, Santali, Mithali, and Dongri. These are the 22 languages which are recognized in the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution, and we'll see more about this. So the most spoken language in India are the Hindi stands first, then followed by Bengali, second place, third Marathi, fourth Telugu, and fifth Tamil. These are the most spoken language in India. The term fraternity in the preamble of the Indian Constitution means a sense of dash. And the options are brotherhood, friendliness, statehood, love and affection. The term fraternity in the preamble of the Indian Constitution means a brotherhood. So if you see the preamble of the Indian Constitution, there you can see this wording: fraternity assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Which of the following authorities is or competent to issue writ for the enforcement of fundamental rights? The options are here: Parliament, President, Supreme Court and High Court. And the authority is Supreme Court and High Court. So what is writ? Writ is nothing but a formal order issued by a body with administrative or judicial jurisdiction. So if you see, the Supreme Court issues writ under Article 32 of the Indian Constitution. Remember these articles, these are very important. So High Court issues writ under Article 226 of the Indian Constitution. Supreme Court Article 32 and High Court Article 226. So there are 5 types of writs in the Indian Constitution. Let's see what are those: habeas corpus, mandamus, certiorari, quo warranto, and prohibitions. These are the 5 writs which are in the Indian Constitution. And this is also important if there is a possibility of asking from where we borrowed this word of writ. So the writ is borrowed from the Britain Constitution, and if you see, they call it as prerogative writ. Next, under the scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers recognition of Forest Rights Act 2006, who shall be the authority to initiate the process for determining the nature and extent of individual or community forest rights, or both? So the options follows: State Forest Department, District Collector or Deputy Commissioner, Tahsildar, Block Development Officer, Mandal Revenue Officer, Gram Sabha. So out of this one, which has the authority to initiate the process for determining the nature and extent of individual or community forest right, or both? Yes, Grama Sabha has the right. So who is the chairman of National Disaster Management Authority, that is NDMA. And the options are Prime Minister, President, Home Minister, and Defense Minister. Who is the chairman of National Disaster Management Authority? The chairman is Prime Minister. So, NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Authority, is the apex body for disaster management in India. So, on 23rd of December 2005, the Government of India enacted the Disaster Management Act, which envisaged the creation of National Disaster Management Authority. So NDMA is a statutory body, remember. So there is a possibility of asking whether it is a constitutional body, statutory body, or executive body. So it is a statutory body established by the Government of India under Disaster Management Act 2005. So NDMA is a agency of Ministry of Home Affairs. If there is any disaster related, it comes under Ministry of Home Affairs. So State Disaster Management Authority. Just now we saw national, it is Prime Minister. So State Disaster Management Authority are headed by their respective chief ministers. Next, Goods and Services Tax, that is GST Act, came into effect on, and the options are 1st July 2017, 1st June 2016, 2nd October 2015, 1st April 2017. And the GST came into effect on 1st July 2017. So GST is an indirect tax. We have two types of taxes. One is direct tax and the other is indirect tax. So after the implementation of GST, it has replaced VAT, excess duty, service tax, central excise and other taxes which were collected before. So there are three types of tax applicable under GST. One is Central Goods and Service Tax, that is CGST. So this is levied by, CGST is levied by central government on sales of intrastate goods and services. States Goods and Service Tax, that is SGST, is levied by state government on sales of intrastate goods and services. Remember this wording, intrastate. Okay. And one more is Integrated Goods and Service Tax, that is IGST. IGST is levied by central government on sales of interstate. Remember the two above are intrastate and this integrated is interstate goods services. And the tax which is collected under integrated goods and service tax is shared by both central and state. So there are four slabs under GST. We'll see what are those four. 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. So this is also very important. So who among the following is or are not part of the state executive? And the options are Chief Minister, Governor, Advocate General of the state, Council of Ministers state. And who is not part of state executive? Advocate General of the state. So just we'll see who is the Advocate General of Telangana state. Shri B.S. Prasad is the Advocate General of Telangana. And what about Andhra Pradesh? Advocate General of Andhra Pradesh is Sri Subramaniam Sriram. Remember this too. Who among the following holds the office during the pleasure of President? These questions you can see in many number of exams. So Governor, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and Vice President. So who among the following holds the office during the pleasure of President? Yes, Governor holds the office during the pleasure of President. We'll see some more posts, okay, positions. Who holds the office during the pleasure of President? Attorney General of India, Civil Services Personnel, Council of Ministers and Prime Ministers hold the office during the pleasure of President. So one feature distinguishing the Rajya Sabha from the Legislative Council. What is that? The options are power of impeachment, indirect election, nomination of members, tenure of membership. And one feature that distinguishes the Rajya Sabha from the Legislative Council is power of impeachment. So we'll see who is, as I told you before, the Rajya Sabha is also known as Council of State or Upper House of the Parliament. Lower House, Lok Sabha. And we'll see who's the chairman of Rajya Sabha, M. Venkaiah Naidu. And the deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha, Harivams Narayan Singh. So I hope we are done with these questions. If you like our questions, please subscribe to APTS Education channel